Hey everyone, this is Rafe.
And Cody.
And this is Crystal Ball Reviews.
Crystal Ball Reviews.
You say that like that.
That's what it is. It's Crystal Reviews.
Anyways, we could get over the immaturity of my co-host.
Oh, thanks.
We could talk about the movie.
The Hobbit is the movie we're talking about.
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
And The Hobbit is part of Lord of the Rings.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel to Lord of the Rings.
Directed by the same director.
May I add,
Peter Jackson.
from a book perspective, much better than Lord of the Rings.
Ooh, that's controversial.
I did not like those stupid books. But The Hobbit was great.
Lord of the Rings books
Takes
are well
forever
written.
to get through.
They're very long, though. There's a
I
lot
just
of
was
poems.
just like, what's going on with this Tom Bombadil?
There's a lot of
Like,
songs.
I don't care.
Tom Bombadil seems very sinister.
Okay, they were stuck in the woods for so long in that first book, and I was trying so hard to read it. I was feeling literally claustrophobic.
But we're talking about
I was
The
feeling
Hobbit.
claustrophobic.
We're not talking about any mental disorders.
The book, obviously
Disabilities,
the
no
movie
problem.
Lord of the Rings is way better than the book.
Okay. So, The Hobbit, the movie. We've just watched the trailer. What did you think?
We're going to say what we think it's going to get in Rotten Tomatoes. That's Crystal Ball Reviews.
Yes.
I thought it didn't look super interesting. Even though it's going to be good, probably. If I hadn't already seen Lord of the Rings and known Lord of the Rings is great, the movie, I didn't really like the trailer. I was kind of bored. I think anything what happened. It was a lot of like hugging.
Yeah, there wasn't...
Talking.
There was
people.
no action in the trailer.
Nothing really happened.
There was
in
a
the
lot of
trailer.
talking.
There was a big reveal that Gollum is in it. But, like, I've seen a lot of Gollum already. I'm not, like, super... Oh, I'm so excited to see Gollum in a movie.
I'm excited to see Gollum in a movie. Gollum is a great character, and now he's back.
He should be in other movies.
Are we allowed to spoil stuff about Lord of the Rings? I guess not.
They
Gollum was a character in the old movies, and things happened.
You know, just a quick side note. In the Final Fantasy movie, they were planning on making that cartoon actress be in lots of different movies. In the Final Fantasy movie.
This has nothing to do with The Hobbit.
Alright.
Anyways, Gollum is back, portrayed by the same actor, Andy Serkis, who you'll remember from being Gollum, and also he was King Kong.
But he doesn't look like it because he's actually 3D animated the whole time.
Yes, but he does portray...
But you know my favorite Andy Serkis character is the ape from Planet of the Apes Rise.
Oh, yes.
That was great.
Planet of the Apes Rises. It's actually called Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
That was a great movie.
Anyways, back to The Hobbit, though, so...
So, I'm sure it's going to be good, but if I had just seen the trailer, probably wouldn't have thought it was going to be
Yeah,
good.
there's not a lot of action in the trailer, but I think it does a good job in setting up the plot. Like,
It can get
I don't know anything about The Hobbit.
The Hobbit can get you excited if you've already seen Lord of the Rings, because you're like,
Yes.
oh my god, all my characters are back!
And everyone has seen Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
If you had never... If this came out first, I don't think people would be
Look,
excited about
if
this
only
game.
the people who saw Lord of the Rings see this movie, it's still going to do incredibly well.
Obviously, it's
Including the people who have died since then.
However, I have... This is actually the second time we were recording this video. We'd recorded a couple months ago.
Way to ruin everything.
We'd recorded a couple months ago. It didn't work out. But one of the criticisms I had a couple months ago is that it didn't make sense to split it into two different movies. Because there wasn't enough stuff to fit two different movies. But there's been a development.
There's been a change in this situation.
They've heard my thoughts.
Yeah.
And they were like, Rafe is right. It shouldn't be two
It
movies.
should be two movies.
It should be 3 movies.
Right, so now it's a trilogy based on one book.
I'm not the first person to say this, and I don't want to take credit for this, but at each movie I heard it was going to be 2.5 hours each. That's 7.5 hours, and that's longer than the audiobook for The Hobbit. So, if you're going to just read The Hobbit, if you have a school project to, like, read The Hobbit, and you're like, I'll just watch the movie.
Don't watch the movie.
You should read the book.
Read
It's
the
going to
book
be
instead.
faster.
But still, I don't know. How many pages is the book?
It's like 200 pages. I read it when I was a little kid. It's a great book.
It should be interesting. I like to see what Peter Jackson
It's a really
does with
good
that.
book. It's a lot more like fast moving. It's interesting stuff, but like I didn't think the first third of it was that interesting. You know, like it gets really
Well,
good.
they already filmed the first movie before announcing that there was 2 more, so they've split the second half into 2 movies. Yeah, the first movie's done. Isn't it coming out soon?
They were filmed. I thought they filmed it all at the same time.
Oh, maybe. You might be right. You
Yeah.
might be right.
Just like, but even though they filmed all the Lord of the Rings at the same time, the special effects got progressively better.
Yeah.
Because I guess they had more time to do special effects.
Speaking of Peter Jackson is a director I think we trust. I trust him.
He's lost a lot of weight.
He lost a lot of weight, which is great. I love that he's healthy now. He directed The Lovely Bones, which I didn't think was very good.
He's kind of gotten worse since.
He directed King Kong. I liked King Kong.
Wait,
I know a lot of people didn't like King Kong, but I liked it.
Yeah. He's okay.
I trust him. I think, especially in this universe, he can make a very good movie.
Yeah, it's true. Except, he might be a little bit high on his own success, though. He's maybe too confident.
I think based on his appearances at the Academy Awards, he seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy.
Yeah, it's true. But it might just be like, could this be like Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3?
I doubt it.
It's kind of like Star Wars now.
It's different.
Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Because George Lucas didn't direct them.
But a trilogy, and then they had a prequel of 3 more trilogies. What do you mean he didn't direct them?
George Lucas didn't direct them. I don't think he directed all of them.
The new ones?
No, he didn't direct the old ones.
The only one he didn't direct of the old ones was the second one.
Empire. He didn't direct Empire.
That's so random. Why didn't he direct? He was too busy?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's score it up.
Okay.
So we're gonna score up The Hobbit now.
So my concern is I don't think there's enough stuff to fit 3 movies. The theme of the book The Hobbit is it gets a lot better as it goes, and like I think he's just gonna meet Gollum at the end of the first movie, and that's how it's gonna end. And like
pull a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, like
Pirates of the Caribbean 2 ended with him meeting what's his name? Barbossa.
Yeah, like not that. I mean, just the way they made the trailer. I don't know. Maybe he'll meet Gollum a lot, but like he faces off with. It's just a lot smaller than Lord of the Rings.
What's your estimated score?
It's probably gonna do really well. It's probably gonna be good.
I don't think it's gonna do worse.
Probably gonna be
than
great.
The worst reviewed Lord of the Rings movie, which is Fellowship, which got a 92. So I'm gonna go with that. For me, The Hobbit, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Now I'm gonna feel like an idiot going higher than you.
Are you gonna go higher?
You know what? I think the last Hobbit movie is gonna get probably 95. And
We're talking about the first Hobbit.
Yeah, I think it could get like 90.
Right, so we got 92 for me, 90 from Rafe.
Pretty close.
Thank you for watching.
But I am nervous about it. I think it might not be that good. But, that's my guess. 90 anyway.
Okay. Put your reviews in the comments.
And keep track.
If you are the 30,000th person to put the correct score in the comments, we'll give you a free hat.
That's possible.
I'll be glad if it's possible.
but we'll keep track of whoever's closest, and whoever's closest actually gets to take over the channel. No, that's not true.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
We'll mention you, though.
We'll mention you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hypothetically, because for all we know, no one's going to watch.
It's true. You could be not a person. That's fine, though.
Well, we're definitely going to watch it.
Probably.
So at least there'll be one person.
Us.
All right. Thanks for watching us, and we'll see you later.